Alright, I'm gonna cut this little intro. Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome back to the beginning of Chapter 5. Sigurd. No, I mustn't die yet. No, not until the exalted blade is in your hands. Lubeck. My lord, we've sighted the fugitive Duke Brian. We caught him resting, but he slipped away. It seems as if he plans to escape to Salice. What? You simpleton! Get out there and hunt him down immediately. My ambush may have put an end to Shafley's Paladin Brigade, the Guntirita, but the survival of Brian alone leaves that utterly meaningless. Yes, sir. But you see, my lord, Brian is still gravely wounded. Surely he has very little time left. I never heard such a naive drivel. Brian may not be long for this world, but he's determined to get that sword Tearfang to his son with the very last of his strength. Do you not understand the threat that Sigurd would pose to us should he get his hands on that damnable sword? Move out and kill Brian, immediately. Yes, sir. Consider it done. For that matter, where in blazes is the Danon with those reinforcements? For the god's sake, he's leading the elite Gunriten Brigade. How could it take him so long to put down the Azaican resistance? First Lex and now Danon. Why must both of my sons be so worthless? Come now, Lord Lambert, sir. Don't worry about a thing. After all, you've still got the Benritten and I on your side. I suppose you're right, Andre. Be sure that your men are ready to join the fray at a moment's notice. Heh. It would be my pleasure, sir. Damn that insolent worm, to think he isn't even the slightest bit remorseful for slaying his own father. Duke Ring, may you be at peace. Saxon. Sire, we've started a lone knight to the east, who appears to be headed our way. Is he an enemy? I don't believe so. The Lukvik occupation seems to be pursuing him, so they're most likely not with them. I see. Let's give them a hand. We'll be clashing with Langbert's army sooner or later, so why not make the first move? Move out. Our target is their front line. Today's victory hinges on the first strike. Alright. So we are in Zaxxon, which I thought was the place we conquered last time, but I'm not sure. So from last time's ending, we saw like 4 people, I would say, that we have to basically, who will be in our way this chapter. So we have one village to the southwest, one village to the north, another to the northeast, one to the east. It seems like first we have to move east to see if we can save Sigurd's father. He's pretty wounded, and will be moving into the enemy. So hopefully they don't actually sandwich him or pincer him. We have Langbert here with the Hellswaith, an exalted weapon, which gives him plus 20 defense and 10 resistance. So he's an incredibly tanky man. It has 30 might. So he will be huge pain to deal with. Although, I bet if I can repair the Tearfang here, Sigurd might be able to deal with him pretty easily. Then we have Slater, Great Knight with the Silver Axe, and his, I guess, squadron of Steel Axe Knights. These are the brave bows that we saw in last chapter, led by Andre with a shield ring. These boys actually seem very scary. And then after that, geez, this is huge. It looks like we'll be going south to Fenora Castle, then southwest to Veltermer, and finally this is the capital of Granville, I believe, Valhalla. Let's see, that's 3 castles we have to conquer. So, just a quick recap of last time. I was able to promote Azel, Ideen, Jameek, Holland, Aaron, and Rakesis. So I have like a very strong army. I want to quickly check out Bridget's love status. You're in love with Lex. Oh. Are they married? Okay, so they still have a few turns of standing next to each other. So first, I'm just going to be going through in the background and repairing everyone's equipment, because there's really no other use for money. Maybe I should see about selling Arden's Pursuit Band and giving it to someone else. Because I could give it to Leywin for a better chance at consistently doubling. I feel like that would be very strong. Otherwise, ooh, I think everyone else, or Lex, but because axes are so heavy, and I'm not sure how attack speed is calculated, I think it'd be better in Leywin's hands. And he has a ton of money, so let's do that. Sell the Pursuit Band. And buy it with Leywin. That's a that's a huge amount of money. But, you know, money's useless to us if we're dead. Okay. Yeah. The story is like really ramping up. I suspect... Oh, I meant to be in the blacksmith. I mean, we're dealing with, so far, what I would call the main antagonist in Lambert. He's sort of... I went over to the pawnbroker again. Yeah, Jesus. My mind is just like not working as I move through these menus about what I wanted to say. Just that, things are going well. Like, the story is picking up a lot. And I also wanted to say, like, the actual story of this story, the plot, the general writing, even though this is a fan translation, has been very good. Like, one thing that's pretty cool of what they've been doing is a lot of show don't tell. Because of how huge the maps are, they actually like show an enemy force, like in the last chapter, engaging on a just different side of the map that we don't have access to yet. But like the actual story itself is also interesting. I know, like, especially Fates and A Little Awakening, people criticize the stories quite a bit, like the quality of the writing. But it's pretty darn good. Way back in FE4 times. So I've been enjoying that. I like the portraits. Something I do like for how limited a lot of the characterization is. Like, you get most of the characterization in like those few talk conversations per chapter. But they are pretty Jesus. They're pretty insightful to the characters. Unlike how in the newer games you just have so many supports. In like 3 Houses, for example, like I love how many supports there are. I love seeing just every character interact with each other. So, like, I am a little disappointed sometimes and how little I get to see, because I really like Fire Emblem characters and like being able to see them all interact. Like, it's usually through characterization that I end up choosing my units. I guess that's another cool thing about Fire Emblem 4 so far, is that, one sec, I'm just... Which is actually like a pretty good reason to use everyone, and because of the castle system and the size of the maps, I'm also more incentivized to use my whole army. Even though, like, Arden is a meme, and I ended up not using Alec and Noish that much on the last map, like, they're still pretty good having this huge force. Well, I say huge, but we got like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. But we do get to deploy everyone every map, instead of having to choose just like 8 units, like in some of the Game Boy games. And even like 3 Houses, you have pretty limited deployment slots. But also because of how like powerful each character is in 3 Houses, it's kind of balanced. But it is balanced by not being balanced, I guess. Let's see if he can buy. He cannot use those blades. Oh. Rakisis has A in swords now. I should have her Buy that for a ton of damage. How's Dean's money? Can anyone buy the steel blade? Oh, maybe. Although, what is your strength, brother? 7? I'll still buy it. Nah, I can't use it. I guess blades are limited by who they can be used by. Like, I mostly think it's for ground units, but then certain units certain mounted units when they promote are still able to use the blade weapons. Okay. So should I still do some arena grinding? Kinda think so. Let me... Gotta look at the map and think how I want to approach it. Is this barricade here? Pretty high HP. But a lot of axe units, so Sigurd, I feel like should definitely just go early. And then... Do I have to... It's the same setup behind us. Okay. He has a brave axe, which is pretty scary. This one also has a brave axe. So let me think. Which is how I'm gonna set up my Dean and Bridget. Yeah. So I'm gonna stop talking here. Do some arena and like map preparations, but I'll continue like showing the footage. See ya in a bit.